What if the US and China officially went to war? To get a realistic answer, I asked one of the world's most powerful AI models to simulate the entire conflict. Who would make the first move? Would it begin with cyber attacks, warships, or missiles? Would it stay a regional battle or explode into World War III with global alliances jumping in? And what if nuclear weapons were used? Would cities vanish in minutes? Will humanity face the nightmare of nuclear winter? Most importantly, who would actually win and what price would humanity pay? Let's break it down from day one to the final outcome. The war doesn't begin with a gunshot. It begins with silence. At hour zero, China launches the largest cyber attack in human history. Power grids near US military bases go dark. Communication satellites are jammed, GPS signals vanish, banking systems freeze. It's a digital Pearl Harbor, designed to blind and deafen the enemy. And in that darkness, the real storm is unleashed. The People's Liberation Army Rocket Force fires thousands of ballistic and hypersonic missiles. Their targets? US naval bases in Okinawa, Japan, South Korea, saturated, runways cratered, hangars holding F-22s and F-35s, Guam, America's unsinkable aircraft carrier in the Pacific, humbled into rubble. Out at sea, the pride of the US Navy faces the dreaded carrier killer missiles, the DF-21D and DF-26. Despite the world's most advanced AEGIS defense systems, the sheer volume is overwhelming. For every 9 missiles shot down, a 10th gets through. In the first 24 hours, 2 US aircraft carriers lost. Dozens of destroyers and cruisers sunk. Over half of forward deployed air power destroyed. It's the single greatest military disaster for America since World War II. But the battle has only just begun. With America reeling, China makes its move. 1 million soldiers board thousands of ships. The largest amphibious invasion in history crosses the Taiwan Strait. Their goal? Seize Taiwan, shatter America's Pacific defense line forever. But Taiwan is no easy target. It's a fortress. The invaders are met with anti-ship missiles tearing through the fleet, mined beaches, cities prepared for brutal urban warfare, 400,000 defenders ready to fight to the last. The invasion immediately becomes a bloody meat grinder. At the end of day one, China has dealt a staggering blow. It looks like the American era is over, but America's greatest strengths have not yet entered the fight. Beneath the waves, the hunt begins. The US Navy's submarine force is America's ace in the hole. Quieter, more advanced, more experienced. They are the apex predators of the deep. They slip past the Chinese naval screen and begin a systematic, ruthless campaign. Chinese destroyers gone, frigates vanished, transport ships carrying troops to Taiwan sent to the bottom. Each torpedo makes China's invasion harder to sustain. Meanwhile, America unleashes its second greatest weapon, its allies. Japan invokes the Mutual Defense Treaty. Australia joins, fearing a China that controls its shipping lanes. NATO's Article 5 is triggered. An attack on one is an attack on all. China wanted a one-on-one fight. It now faces a world war. The most powerful weapon isn't a missile, it's a blockade. The US and its allies seize control of the world's choke points. The Strait of Malacca, through which 80% of China's oil imports pass, closed. The Suez Canal, blocked. China is a manufacturing titan, but it cannot feed or fuel itself. With oil and food imports cut off, a timer has been placed on China's entire war effort. Its economy begins to seize. Factories slow, people feel the strain. Meanwhile, the war spreads beyond Asia. Russia sides with China, Europe sends weapons, India mobilizes troops, the Middle East destabilizes. Oil routes collapse, global trade shatters. Food prices skyrocket. Every continent feels the fire. The initial shock is over. Now, the war of attrition begins. The Air War. America's Air Force regroups. F-22 Raptors, the undisputed kings of the sky, establish air superiority. The new B-21 Raider, America's secret weapon, so stealthy it's nearly invisible, penetrates deep into mainland China. They don't bomb cities. They hit ports, railways, missile factories, crippling China's ability to reinforce. China's Air Force fights bravely. Their numbers are vast, but America's pilots are more experienced. Their technology has the edge. The sky over Taiwan becomes the deadliest place on Earth. The ground war. In Taiwan, the fighting is hell. Chinese forces are bogged down, fighting block by block. U.S. Marines land on Taiwan's eastern coast. The quick victory China needed has turned into a bloody quagmire. The naval war. China's industrial might is awesome. They build ships faster than any nation in history, but they can't replace trained crews overnight. U.S. submarines and allied navies sink Chinese warships faster than they can be replaced. America's existing fleet, combined with its allies, holds the line. After months of brutal fighting, China faces a choice. The invasion is stalled. The navy is decimated. The economy is collapsing. Accept humiliating defeat, or escalate in the most terrifying way imaginable. China has around 600 nuclear warheads. America has nearly 2,000 deployed. Would they do it? A tactical nuke to break the stalemate? A demonstration blast to force America to back down? The AI simulation says this is the moment of maximum danger. But the logic of mutually assured destruction is cold and absolute. One nuclear strike triggers an overwhelming retaliation from America's nuclear triad: bombers, land missiles, and invisible submarine-launched missiles. The result isn't victory. Beijing, Shanghai, Los Angeles, New York, nuclear winter spreads. Sunlight blocked, crops die, billions starve. This isn't victory, this is extinction. So who wins? If nukes are used, nobody. The world ends, there is no winner. But if nukes are avoided, the AI's conclusion is clear. The United States and its allies win. But listen carefully, even this victory is devastating. Here's why America prevails: technological superiority in submarines and stealth aircraft, powerful global alliances that China cannot match, control of the world's oceans, the ability to choke China's economy into submission. China wins the first battle with its missile blitzkrieg, but America wins the long war. The cost? Astronomical, millions dead, trillions lost, cities destroyed, global economy collapsed into depression. US military shattered would take a generation to rebuild. The winner stands on a pile of rubble, presiding over a broken world. In a full US versus China war, there is no easy winner. America might stand last, but humanity itself might fall. And maybe that's the true answer. The only winning move in a US-China war is not to fight it at all. So what do you think? Did the AI get it right? Would America dominate, or could China surprise the world? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, war is not a game. It's the end of everything we know.